Greetings all, greetings, greetings, greetings. You can see what I'm seeing today. What I'm looking out and seeing around me. Some people see this and they can't take it. I heard people complain about the temperature when it's hot and when it's cold. I hope you guys are more sophisticated than that. Knowing more about our planet. And learning about it. Yesterday we were looking at clouds. The whole sky was dark. And today, there's still clouds there, but 99% of the sky is blue. The changes that the earth goes through from day to day. People see it and experience it, but don't really examine it, how it happens, why it happens. There's a purpose for everything under the sun. Light and darkness are like hot and cold water. If you pour some hot water mixed with dye in some cold water, clear cold water, just plain water, you will see just how the atmosphere of the earth changes when the sun rises and sun sets. Over, I don't know, 2 minutes or whatever. Just watch it closely and see. And that's the same situation with the earth and the people. You put a family, 2 families, or 3 families, next door to each other, and each one 5 square miles. You return 100 years from then, they'll all be mixed. if you go away again, come again in another 100 years, they will all be divided. Some would have moved because they don't like the conflict that developed. Some would have stayed and fought for what they considered to be their land. And some would have integrated into what they would think of as the strongest for safety. And later, if you come back in, you'll see that those who thought they were the strongest will send out people after those who left and try to destroy them or take what they have moved off and rebuilt. Though they would have had plenty, because they started out with 5 square miles or 5 square kilometers of, and now that each one of those 5 square kilometers integrated into one that they rule over, but they're still not satisfied. In the midst of all this, there's small subdivisions of people who isolate themselves within that community. Some will stay quiet to avoid attention. And some too will say, well, look at those people who left long ago and never returned. And they too will form bands and move away. I made a video some time back detailing how we are like rivers. We started out, well, let's go with what you know. We started out in Africa. Because I said let's go with what you know, because you can see in modern history why this became, why that is far from the beginning of the story. Just look at African slave trade. And you'll see that the people who call themselves today Black Americans, they went through several itinerations of names that they call themselves. Same thing people in the Caribbean, South America, Central America. Today, if you ask them about themselves, they say, oh, my parents came from Mississippi or Texas, Alabama. And that's the beginning of their history. They know nothing else. That's the beginning of their history. when somebody come and say, you know, we all came out of Africa, you know, no, we didn't. We were here before the slave trade. How can you argue with something like that? That's what he knows. He's going with what he knows. He wasn't around when black people moved across the continent of Africa, spread east, west, north, and south. Moved to this place where I am right now in the Philippines, and then across the ocean to the continent that existed in what is now the Pacific Ocean. Then across that and into the so-called Americas that we call it today. He doesn't know that history. Can only deal with what he knows. Anyway, that river of people moving, tells you that what you see today was built long ago. The father of today had a father, otherwise he couldn't be born. He had a mother, otherwise he couldn't be born. And that mother had a mother and father, and that father had a mother and father. Same thing with the wars that we have today. The people fighting call themselves Europeans to maintain this chokehold on this earth and are willing to kill, murder, destroy. %75 of the planet, so they can maintain that rule. Because you gotta remember, like, they are like 5% of the planet's life, human life. When they were 10%, strong enough to rule, but now the genetics is killing them. They're dying off. So they have to reduce the planet population to an amount that where they can still have control. I'm gonna say this, all foreparents warned us. I'm not talking about the Africans 2,000 years ago. And those pyramids and buildings that you see in the Sahara were built. They warned us, do not allow these people to integrate into your society. And we would think we were so powerful that we brought them in under the guise of bringing slaves. not listening to advice that they are going to learn your ways. They're going to try to destroy you. Because they knew because that's what happened before. That's how they got to the pinnacle of power at the time. And if you think today's pinnacle is this great, no. They built pyramids that exist all across the planet that still can't be replicated. And the people before them built, and they learned from the people before them and raised up and overtook them. This is a cycle of things. Just like the rain. I mean, sun comes up in the morning, heats up the water of the ocean. You can see the mist rising up from the ocean. The clouds. When the sun comes out, those sun clouds disappear. Where do they go? Heat evaporate. And the cycle goes in again. Tree grows up, have fruits. Fruit falls to the ground. And if you don't kill a tree, like they do in Africa and other parts of the world, the cycle would continue. When I came to Florida, there were mango trees, avocado trees, I mean, orange trees across the state. Today, all those trees are gone. Their houses. And the orange trees now are dying because the evil. As I was saying, I hope you see the evil planning practices that were put into place and continue until now. You're seeing what may be what some consider to be the end. But again, as I was saying, these things run in cycles. And the end of one is the beginning of another. What will the beginning of another look like? Will it be built on the foundation of this one? Will it be built on a new foundation? Or will it be built on the foundations that our fathers built before this one came in? And it doesn't always appear to be ending, even though people are seeing these things. You're seeing things happening, and in some cases people are saying, well, this is what this book says, and this is what this person say. And you got the religious controllers who are working on behalf of the same. I don't have to tell you. Just go back and see what Leopold told his Christian missionaries to do in Africa. Just go back and look at what Leopold did. You can go back and look at what previous religious people did in Africa, whether they came from Arabia or from England. They were all instructed to do the same thing. You are working on the behalf of me, the ruler. And you are supposed to go into Africa and do this. It's not for them, it's for us. So it wouldn't appear to be the end because you're looking to the sky. Somewhere out there in the sky, there's this person who's going to come down to earth and clean things up. No. No, no, no. If you don't clean it up, it's going to continue. But it's up to you. I hope you find something to put your hands to help fix the issues that are going to be facing your children, grandchildren. As Africans, nobody is coming to your rescue. I can tell you, nobody is going to come to your rescue. Those people who are, you see, coming now, they're coming with a plan on how to keep you in the position that you're in. Every European has that as his focus. No matter if he's coming as an indoctrinator of Christian beliefs or if you're coming from the Arab world with his belief. They're coming to get you. Do you want to stay in the position you are in? Keep on believing in somebody else instead of yourself? Or do you want to get up? I've met people who can't even, oh boy. Oh, well. Anyway, that's another subject for another day. But every sunrise is the opportunity. When the sun sets, opportunity is lost. Right now we are in the night and the sun is rising. You can make this your new day, or you can let your leaders take you back into slavery. Or, well, not take you back, but continue Africa into slavery. Have a great day wherever you are. Peace.